Hi Scorpio, this is your forecast for the month of May 2017. This is a general reading for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, or Scorpio Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief. Or if you prefer, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/finding-love for monthly love readings. Now, the last week you have the Devil card, and so issues this month are probably largely beyond your control in some way. And so, again, recognizing what your capabilities are, what your limitations are, what you can control, what you can't control, when you should be the leader, when you should step back and let others take charge, that's going to be key this month. So this is about, some of you are making some choices to handle things more effectively by imposing some limitations that you've chosen for yourself, especially if you're dealing with a health issue. But others of you, you're in this cycle of bondage where you're giving in to chronic behaviors, patterns, habits that are self-perpetuating, that keep you in unhealthy situations, whether those are attachments or environments. You may feel somewhat oppressed this week. Maybe you're having to make an unhappy choice. You feel stuck. You feel confined by a situation or a relationship. And it could be driving some fear for you. It may center around negative thinking, pessimism, selfishness, or codependency between you and another person. For some of you, you want to handle things more effectively because you recognize that you have an obsession or an addiction, whatever kind of addiction: power, sex, money, drugs, alcohol, food, working too much, exercising too much, whatever it is. For some of you, this could be a week where, there could be uncontrolled passion. Maybe the issue of intimacy and sexuality become important for you this month. Whatever it is, you're dealing with your instincts, and they're very powerful. The instinct for survival, emotionally, physically, materially. And it's driving your decisions. This is going to be a month where, because you feel so strongly about your own self-preservation, you're figuring out ways to maneuver. You're able to talk anybody into anything, including yourself. So you have to be very careful that you don't allow that inclination to yield to temptation or bend your ethics or give up on your integrity to drive decisions. This is going to be a challenging week for you where temptation is an issue. Now, the positive is that this could be a very creative and constructive week where you actually have some strokes of genius come to you, some brilliant ideas, some solution that solves a dilemma right in the nick of time. And last week was a dilemma. This could be the week where you have that aha moment and you're like, I know exactly what I can do. So this could be a week where a couple of strokes of good luck come across your path. Now, for others of you, there's a dilemma because you made some decisions and you've been pushing things too far, and now your luck has run out. The choices you've made, there's a price to pay, and now the piper has come calling and he's knocking on your door. So this is a week about, using your common sense. Be enthusiastic, be optimistic, look forward to something. But again, knowing what you're capable of. This could be a week where you just go above and you take on more than you can handle. And largely because you're striving for that recognition or some kind of achievement. Now, you also have great psychological insight this week. And so you're a very good judge of character this week. When people are saying things, you know the real message behind the words. You know what their value is, what they're bringing to the table, what their intentions are, what their motivation is. So you're good at honing in on who people really are in spite of whatever they may be saying. A problem this week could be, though, one bad habit that you may need to address is putting things off, procrastinating, not taking care of things when you should, taking foolish risks, or doing things that, like blurting things out, letting your frustration get in the way, where it actually ends up creating more harm than good. Some of you are grappling with your fears. Now, remember last week you had those fears cropping up out of nowhere, out of the blue. This could be a week where you want to do for another person. You want to be loved. You want to be connected. You want to be involved. And yet, you're not sure. There's a fear of being used, of being exploited. You want to be of service, you want to help, but you're not sure if people are going to expect too much from you, if they're going to demand too much from you. And so you're dealing with that this week. For some of you, again, pushing yourself beyond your limits. You're trying to tackle something that you're simply not capable of. You're looking at it like, this is a challenge. I got it. I can do it. And yet, ultimately, no, this is a mistake. It's a no-win situation. But you are the judge of that. So this could be a week where there are abundant restrictions, or maybe there's abundance through your business opportunities. Maybe you're reaping the fruit of your effort finally, and there's a great sense of attitude about that. But for others of you, there's a fear, a sense of lack, and you need to release that scarcity mentality. For many of you, this may come through. This could be a week of limitation, restriction, and it may come in the form of being challenged by authority figures, or having to deal with some setback, some delay, some restriction, some limitation, dealing with older people, dealing with authority figures, dealing with a parent, acting as a parent, acting as an authority figure. It could also be the past coming back to roost, or having to deal with an ex in some way.